honestly, listen, I know it's been a minute, okay? I know. How about this? How many days has it been since April 29th, 2020? 2,049 days.
Clap if you care. All right, let's move on. Perfect.
It's really just funny to me because the last few videos I did make, I prefaced like every single one of them by saying, I'm gonna try to be more consistent. I'm gonna try to make more videos. Clearly was never gonna happen. So now, you know what? No promises. So you might be wondering, Zach, you disappeared. We thought you were gone. We thought you were never coming back. Actually, no, none of us actually thought about you. What are you doing here? Why are you back? Are you back for good? And honestly, I don't know what I want. A lot's changed, but I am gonna try. I'm gonna try to make videos. I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna succeed because I've said that previously, and 2,049 days later, we see what that looks like. I just miss having a creative outlet though. Like for a minute, making YouTube videos was really fun for me. But then I went through this weird phase in life where anything that I was doing that was creatively fulfilling, I felt this weird need to put way too much pressure on it. Like I was doing YouTube videos for a little bit, and then I decided that I needed to tie myself to a schedule and chase after that threshold of being able to monetize. And then I was doing makeup on my Instagram and again felt the need to tie myself to a schedule and chase that threshold of being able to monetize. I think a big part of it is anytime I've ever done something creative that I really like, all of these people in your life will see you doing something that makes you happy and they will hound you about, you need to turn this into a job. Specifically, that's what happened with makeup. I started doing makeup on my Instagram. I was really enjoying it. And then everyone I knew was like, you need to go to school for this. You need to do people's makeup for their weddings and for events. And I tried to monetize it, but for me personally, work is the antithesis of passion. And the second something you're passionate about becomes work is the same as the second that I stop being passionate about it. This first video back is going to be a little bit of a trial, and I'm trialing two things specifically. One, how does this microphone sound? And two, can I wear these glasses in my videos, or is the glare crazy? I really hope that I can wear my glasses because I'm trying to write scripts for these now, because one of the worst things about my old videos is just how lost into a tangent I would be. Not that there's anything wrong with tangents. I feel like that was something a little bit fun about my videos, is the way I would go on these tangents, if you could call anything fun about those old videos, because holy shit, they were cringy. And this will be too. Don't think I've escaped it. But yeah, made a script to keep me semi on track, so I really hope that the glasses and the glare isn't too much, because I would love to be able to keep the glasses on to read the script. So yeah, 5 years, wow. You're probably wondering, Zach, did you go to college? Did you get a boyfriend? Did you get a husband? Do you have kids? Did you move out? No. Listen, y'all, it's tough out here. When I started making YouTube videos, I was in high school. That's crazy. Now I've just been working. Like, that's it. Just work. I guess, what things have I done these past 5 years? So where we left off, we were still in quarantine from COVID. That's crazy too. I can't believe that was 5 years ago. I don't want to think about it, but we have to. Let's go. Okay, so right after quarantine, I was still working at American Eagle. That was my first job. I stayed there for almost 3 years, but I eventually left that job in, I want to say, September of 2020. My next job after that was I worked at a hospital, which, hello, it was a COVID-based position. Essentially, if y'all remember when you went to a hospital during COVID and there was someone standing at the front door just giving you a COVID screening, like asking all of the COVID questions, that's all I did. So given that it was a COVID-based position, when COVID restrictions got lifted, that job disappeared. We got an email on a Wednesday telling us we would be out of a job by Monday. After that, I worked at Starbucks for 10 months. Terrible. Hated it. Worst job I've ever had. Would never go back. Couldn't pay me enough to go back. I worked at a sunglass hut for a year and some months. I was the assistant manager there. That one sucked too, for different reasons, but yeah. After Sunglass Hut, I worked at Lululemon for like 3 months. I liked the job, but they could not pay well. After that, I worked at Coach for even fewer months because, oh my God, I hated that one the most. That one was really weird because I feel like that was just a huge mismatch of I'm good at selling stuff, but I need to have a relationship with the stuff. And I had no relationship with Coach bags. Like what? My friend got me that job because she already worked there. And I felt so bad. I really thought it was going to ruin our friendship. It didn't, but it came close. And now we're at my new job. I now work at, oh right, they really don't want you to talk online about working there. But I've been at my new job for over a year now. It's the one place I've really sat still ever since, I want to say American Eagle is the last job that I stayed at this long. When I was at Sunglass Hut, I was there for like a year and 2 or 3 months. But at this job, I've been here already for a year and a half now. So I'm like, okay, I don't see myself going anywhere too soon. I think I'm okay to sit here for a minute. So yes, I found something I'm comfortable in. And because of that, I think I'm finally locked into a schedule enough that I can finally divest some energy into creative outlets, things that I'm passionate about, instead of constantly fighting myself trying to find a routine that works for me or find a job that works for me as much as I work for it. So yes, I'm finally getting comfortable. I'm finally padding my nest, and I want this to be a part of it again. I do miss the fun of having a creative outlet, especially one that's inexpensive. Like, it doesn't cost me anything to sit down and record a video. Well, it cost me time. It cost me a lot of time. That was one other thing that I will say stopped me. Back when I was making videos previously, I don't know if any of you noticed, but I definitely noticed. There was something wrong with my last few videos. I don't know if it was something to do with my phone that at the time I was using as a camera, or if it was something to do with the editing software I was using, but my videos couldn't play for like 10 seconds without getting these really framey, low resolution chunks. Like, you'd be watching one of my videos and then just boom, grainy. Like, I would be editing a video and then after I compressed the video file, it would have all of these segments of really pixelated frames. And I was just getting so discouraged because it wasn't uncommon that I would take hours editing a video, and to watch it turn out like that, that really discouraged me. I wasn't about to continue making videos like that, especially considering it was getting worse and worse with every video. The first video that I noticed it happening, it only happened once or twice. And then by the last video I uploaded on this channel, it was happening like every 10 seconds. Oh my god, I have a beard now. I totally forgot that that wasn't a thing last time. Holy yeah. Guess there have been more substantial changes than I initially realized. What else has changed, though, that I can't think of? I guess you don't really think about the things that have changed until you're forced to sit down and be like, hey, tell me everything that happened in the last 5 years of your life. I feel like that happens every time we... No, we're sticking to a script. Script, Zachary. Let me refer to my script and see if there's anything I added to it that might help me remember what I've been up to in the past 5 years. I mentioned the jobs. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's one other reason I stopped. Something I just spotted in my script here. TikTok ruined my perception of video creation. I was making YouTube videos and getting like 100, maybe a little more, maybe a little less views. And I thought nothing of it. I loved it. It was just the right amount of attention. It felt like it was just me making fun videos and all of my friends and maybe a handful of strangers enjoying it with me. But when I got 5 million views on a 0 effort TikTok video, ooh, the dopamine hit so good. That sweet, sweet attention. Being able to roll up at a friend's house and say, did you see I got 5 million views? I can't lie. That felt a little good. So to experience that and then have to go back to my YouTube channel where my videos were barely hitting 100 views and I was putting 4+ hours into a video where every 10 seconds is just gonna be pixely chunks. I think I got a little too cocky and developed a little too much of a mindset of, I'm putting too much work into this. I deserve more or I'm not gonna do it at all. But it's like, Zachary, you deserve nothing. This is a creative outlet. Do this for you or don't do it. If you're doing it for those moments where you get 5 million views and all the eyes in the world on you, then that's not the right reason. Everyone gets 5 million views on TikTok. Everyone has that one video that just blows up for God knows what reason. Especially 5 years ago. If you were on TikTok 5 years ago, you know. If I walk into a group of friends and I'm like, hey, I had a video get 5 million views, half of them are gonna say, yeah, me too. There was just something about the algorithm over there that everybody had their 15 minutes. And that was what was kind of great about it. Now it's just celebrities, which pisses me off. But yeah, that moment blew up my ego in a way that took years to undo. Because now looking back at it, I realize when I'm like missing the content that I used to create and yearning for that creative outlet, I noticed 2 things. It's not TikTok that I'm missing, and it's not the views that I'm missing. It's the creation aspect. The concept of just having an idea, sitting down to record said idea, editing the idea to be exactly what you imagined, give or take a few pixelated chunks, and then being able to present that idea to friends and a handful of strangers. That's what I miss. That's what I found fun about it. So the fact that I let myself lose all of that to this notion that it wasn't worth doing if it wasn't being done in front of millions of people. Calm down, get some humility, come back 5 years from now. So yeah, I want to do this again, but I want to do this for the right reasons. I don't want to sit here and say, I need all the views for it to be worth it. You don't. Just make your little YouTube videos, take your mind off of work, have fun, hit post. That's all it needs to be. Okay, what else is in my little script here? Ooh, we should talk about the makeup. Okay, y'all, listen. I have not put on makeup in years. And for those of you who were around when I was last uploading, you're probably a little bit shocked by this. The way I was talking about it, it was looking like makeup was about to be a part of my life, whether or not content creation was. And I really thought that that was the case. I did think that makeup was the path forward for me, whether that was through online content creation, whether I became a professional makeup artist doing makeup for events, or even if I was just going to wear makeup myself for the foreseeable future. But what I realized after I stopped doing YouTube and stopped doing those Instagram posts is that makeup was never really for me. It was a desperate attempt at entering a community to which I did not belong. That is what made me want to do makeup, not the artistry of makeup itself. Don't get me wrong, I had my fun. I learned how to do makeup, I learned how to be pretty good at makeup, and I had so much fun doing it. But once that community crashed and burned, which we'll talk about someday, not in this video, I don't know when, give me a minute, I was just kind of sat there in the rubble looking around like, why did I want to be here? Because even looking at the best times of that community, yeah, that was inevitable. That community only ever reached its peak because of how much they didn't like each other. And why is that an environment I would ever want to engage in? So once I was disillusioned by that community and was left only with the artistry of it, I was kind of forced to confront the fact that even though I did develop a love for the artistry, the love for the artistry wasn't necessarily enough to keep me involved with it. So I slowly stopped doing it. I slowly stopped posting it to my Instagram. Eventually, I archived all makeup posts on my Instagram, and I'm at the point now where I have not put makeup on my skin in probably close to 2 years at this point. I had thousands of dollars worth of makeup that I either gave away or just threw away because a lot of it was expired. But yeah, makeup, it's just not for me anymore. I don't regret doing it. I don't look back on it and I'm like, oh no, I hate that people saw me like that. I don't care. But it's just not a part of who I'm gonna be moving forward. I guess you might be wondering, since last time I was here, makeup was kind of the only content I was still doing. Zach, what are you gonna do now then? But to me, that's kind of the fun part, is when I was last making content, I was so desperate to tie myself to a community or to a specific genre of content. But now, this is my channel, and I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. Maybe one day I want to do a 4-hour deep dive video into a super niche topic that nobody but me cares about, but I want to go deep on it. And guess what? I can, and I will. Or maybe I want to do a video like I used to do, where I'm just talking about all of my ridiculous pet peeves. And guess what? I will. I talked a little bit earlier about how when I took my creative outlet and I tried so hard to tie it to a schedule and force it into a tight box, that's what killed it. And I just refused to do that this time. I'm not going to tie myself to one particular idea or identity, because that's what's gonna make it get stale and old super quickly. So yeah, I'm gonna do whatever I want, whenever I want. And if you want to stick around for it, that's amazing. And if you don't, I don't blame you because love you the most, but this is for me. I need something for me to be passionate about because work can't be that for me. So I need for this to be what I'm passionate about and for it to stay that way this time. And while I won't be tying myself to a schedule, I also don't want to get to the point where I'm not uploading for 5 years or even a year. I want to upload semi-regularly. So with that being said, I'm not going to upload this video until I have 5 videos recorded. I don't always have the ability to record. I live with 3 very loud people. So in those times where I haven't had the opportunity to record anything in a while, I want to have a backlog of videos to kind of pull from. So if you're watching this right now, just know that means I have 5 videos recorded and edited. Yay, look at me go. Wait, that's actually an interesting thought then. Today is December 8th, 2025. Whatever day it is when you're watching this / when I post it, that's how long it took between me recording my first video and me recording 5 more / editing 5 more. How long did it take me? But anyway, this first video was really just a quick, hey, here's where I've been, here's why I'm back, here's where I'm going, that sort of thing. So hopefully now that this one is out, you'll get some actual content from me with a real idea behind it. But until then, I hope you have a lovely day. I hope it's been good to see me because it's been great to see you, and have a lovely day.